Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. In this video I'm going to teach you how I made this extremely simple, pretty off the shoulder dress for an 8 to 9-year-old child. If this is a video you are interested in watching, then join me. Let's get started. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video. So I have here 2 pieces of fabric folded here, and this is folded into 4 pieces. The width of this fabric is 9 inches and the length is 9 inches as well. So from the top here I'm going to go down by 3 inches and then mark, and also go in from the 3-inch mark by another 3 inches and mark as well. Then I'll go in at the top and mark the 3 inches as well. Then I'm going to come in with my ruler and then just connect this dot this way and form a square. And then I'm going to curve in my armhole this way. So the next I'll do is to input 8 inches on this line and then mark it on my armhole curve area. Then I'll go down at the bottom and mark 7 inches. This is going to be my waistline. Then I'll connect these 2 points with a ruler. Then I would cut out my pattern piece. So after cutting it out, I have 2 pieces, one for the front and then one for the back. These are the pieces here. Then the next I'm going to do is, with the help of my bias tape, I'm going to clean the armhole for the front and then the back. So after cleaning the armhole, take a look at it. This is what it looks like. The next I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the front and the back pattern pieces together, and then on the midsection I'm going to create a tiny notch. So I'll unfold my pieces back this way and then I'll put them aside. So I have here 2 long pieces of fabric. The width of this fabric is 8.75 inches and the length on fold is 18 inches. So I'm going to create a tiny notch on the midsection of this fabric as well. Then I'll unfold the fabric. And then I'm going to clean the hem of this fabric for both pieces. So I'll head to my sewing machine and then clean the hem neatly. So after cleaning the hem of the fabric, this is how it looks like. So I'm going to be matching the midsection of the front of this top to the notch of the long piece of fabric that I have. So I'm going to hold them down with pins, and then I'll repeat the same process for the other side. This is how the back looks like. So I'll head to my sewing machine and then stitch this neckline down by about 1/4 inch for both the front and then the back. So after stitching the neckline down, the next I'll do is to align the sides together and then stitch them down on 1/2 inch on the sewing machine for both sides. So after stitching the sides down, the next I'm going to do is to create my channel through which my elastic will pass through. So I'm going to fold the neckline down by 1/4 inch and fold again by 0.75 inches all round, and leaving a tiny space through which I'll be passing my elastic. So this is actually the channel that I'm creating all round. So after stitching the channel down, this is what I have. This is the space I left to be able to pass my elastic through. So I have here my elastic, which is about 24 inches in length. I'm going to pass the elastic through the channel I made, and then I'll pass it through all around, and then I'll overlap this elastic this way. I will stitch it down on my sewing machine. Then I'll close the space I left for the channel. So after closing it up and then fixing my elastic, this is what the top looks like. I will set this aside and then we'll work on the skirt. So for the skirt, I have 2 pieces of fabric here. This fabric is 23 inches in length, and then the width of this fabric is 36 inches. So I'm going to separate these 2 fabrics, and then I'll head to my sewing machine and then gather the top from one end to the other for both fabric pieces. So after drawing the gathers, this is what I have here, the 2 skirts for front and then the back. So I'm going to attach the skirt to the front of this dress. Remember, any part of this dress can be the front or the back. So I attach the other skirt to the other side of the top this way on the waist. After stitching the skirt to the top, this is what the front and then the back of this dress looks like. So I head to my sewing machine, stitch the size down by 1/2 inch for both sides, and I'll go ahead and then finish off the hem of this dress, and we are done. This is how our dress came out. I hope you give this tutorial a try. See you in our next tutorial. Until then, happy sewing.